Today, I wish to start with one sum on share capital transactions. Observe the sum on the screen. First, I will read the sum for you. I will prepare the working note for the purpose of solving the sum. Then I shall solve the sum with due explanations. Nikki Paper Limited issues 7 lakh equity shares of ₹10 each, on which amount was called as under 3 rupees with application, 3 rupees with allotment, 2 rupees with first call, 2 rupees with final call. So 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2, that makes 10. Company received application for 9 lakh shares from the public. Access application were rejected and money paid on them was refunded. Now company wanted to issue 7 lakh shares. Applications received 9 lakh shares. 2 lakh applications are more than what we need. Those applications are rejected and amount paid by them with application, that is at the rate of ₹3 per share, will be refunded. Harnish, who was allotted 1000 shares, did not pay first and final call money. Utkal, who was allotted 600 shares, did not pay final call money. Company forfeited all the shares on which calls were unpaid and reissued forfeited shares at ₹7 per share as fully paid up. Pass necessary journal entries in the books of company for the above transactions. Now, I want to prepare a working note for writing the transactions. Observe it. Company wanted to issue 7 lakh shares. Company has issued 7 lakh shares. How the amount is demanded on this shares issued? ₹3 with application, ₹3 with allotment, ₹2 with first call, and ₹2 with final call. This is how the amount is demanded. Now, how many applications are received? I have received 9 lakh applications. So applications received for 9 lakh shares. Now, excess applications were rejected and money received thereon is refunded. So, let us work out. Applications received 9 lakhs, 7 lakhs shares allotted, 2 lakh shares rejected and refunded. Let us work out the amount for that. 9 lakhs into 3. This is the amount received with application. Now, 2 lakhs into 3. This is the amount refunded. 7 lakhs into 3. This is the amount transferred to capital account. This is how accounting for application is to be done. Now, let us take care of allotment. Capital demanded with allotment, so capital due on 7 lakh shares at the rate of ₹3 per share. Capital due on first call at the rate of ₹2 per share. Capital due with the final call at the rate of ₹2 per share, 14 days. This is the capital that is going to be demanded with allotment, with first call and with final call. Now observe. Who has not paid? Harnish has not paid first call and final call on 1000 shares. So on 1000 shares, first call and final call has not been received. So 1000 into 2. This is the amount not received, which were demanded with first call. 1000 into 2. This is the amount not received with final call. They were demanded against final call and has not been received. The another shareholder, Utkal, who was given 600 shares, has not paid final call money. Final call has not been paid on 600 shares. So 600 into 2, 1200 rupees have not been received against final call. So 600 into 2, 1200 not received. So this is the amount not received. So amount demanded minus not received is equal to amount received. Let us work it out. For allotment, amount demanded has been received. So far as first call is concerned, we have received all amount except this 2000. On final call, we have received all amount except this 3200. So amount received with final call. This is the working that I have prepared for the purpose of writing down the journal entry. First I will write down the journal entry, explaining how to apply this working for writing the journal entry, and at last I will demonstrate all the journal entries with narration for your better understanding. Let us start. Journal entries in the books of BK Paper Limited. Amount received with application, bank account debit to share application account credit. 9 lakh into 3, 27 lakhs. See, this is the working that has been prepared for your better understanding. If you can write down the journal entry without preparing the working, that is very nice and you should do it. But being a teacher, as I wanted to explain in a more elaborate fashion, I have prepared this working note for you. Bank account debit to equity share application account credit 27 lakhs. Now out of this application 27 lakhs, amount transferred to equity share capital account 21 lakhs, and amount refunded 2 lakh into 3, 6 lakhs rupees are refunded. This is how two journal entries for application and transfer to capital and refund gets recorded. The narration for first entry being application money received at the rate of Rs 3 per share on 9 lakh application that has been received. This is the narration for the first entry. Now narration for the second entry. Out of 900 applications, 7 lakhs applications, out of 9 lakhs applications, 7 lakhs applications are accepted, and application money received there against is transferred to capital account, and the applicants who are not allotted shares, their funds, application money is being refunded. Now these are the two entries for application. Now let us start with allotment. The amount demanded with allotment on shares allotted 7 lakh into 3. Equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital account credit. Notice that I have received the entire allotment dues. So when the allotment dues are received, bank account debit to equity share allotment account credit. So here, bank account debit 21 lakhs to equity share allotment account credit 21 lakhs. So the equity share allotment account is closed. Its balance is 0 because amount demanded has been received. Now I am to take care of first call. Amount demanded in first call. Equity share first call account debit 7 lakhs into 2 to equity share capital account credit 7 lakhs into 2. Now I have received 13,98,000, 2,000 has not been received. So the entry that I record for the amount received, bank account debit to equity share first call account credit 13,98,000. So amount received is credited to share first call account, means first call account debit 14 lakhs, credit 13,98,000. So there is an existing debit balance in share first call account for the amount that has not been received, that is 2,000. That debit balance of first call account gets squared, gets nullified, gets cancelled at the time of forfeiture entry. So at the time of forfeiture entry, I will credit share first call account by 2,000 rupees. This is one way. The another way to write this entry is bank account debit 13,98,000, calls in arrears account debit 2,002, share first call account. In such situation, share first call account gets balanced, and there is a debit balance in calls in arrears account, and that calls in arrears account gets credited at the time of forfeiture entry. So these are the two options. Here I have kept the debit balance in share first call account, I have not transferred amount not received to calls in agents account. So I have not gone for the second option. I am just writing the entry with first option where amount stands as a debit balance 2000 in share first call account, which is equal to amount not received or receivable. Now I want to write down the entries for second. Final call. Equity share final call account debit 7 lakhs into 2. To equity share capital account credit 7 lakhs into 2. I have not received 3,200 rupees. I have received 13,96,800. So bank account debit 13,96,800 to share final call account credit 13,96,800. Now observe, first call account is debited with 14 lakhs, credited with this amount. So there is a debit balance of 3,200 in share first call account, share final call account. So in share final call account there is a debit balance of 3,200 that gets credited, that gets closed when we write the forfeiture entry, because the amount recoverable that stands as a debit balance in share final call account on forfeiture of shares. What we do? The capital that has been already received is forfeited and the amount that is receivable is now not recoverable. And when the amount is not recoverable, the debit balance that stands against that must be squared. So this is how here there is a debit balance in share final call account 3,200 rupees. After writing these 8 entries, I want to write down the forfeiture entry. But before I write the forfeiture entry, I would like to explain or demonstrate the calculation part of forfeiture entry. Just observe. For that purpose, I will just keep these two, Harnish and Utkal, columns, and everything other than that I will just remove for your better understanding. Now, Harnish 1000 shares, this is the amount not received. Then let us find out how much capital has been received, because the capital that has been received on share forfeited gets credited to share forfeiture account. So what amount should I credit to share forfeiture account? For that, I will find out the capital that has been received on shares forfeited. Observe it. On 1000 shares, 6 rupees are received. So this is the capital that has been received in case of this shareholder. Now for Utkal, 600 into 3 plus 3 plus 2, 8 rupees. Capital received is 4,800. So this is the capital received in case of Utkal. This is the capital received 6,000 in case of Harnish. This capital received gets credited to share forfeiture account when we write the forfeiture entry, because this capital has been received, is now not refundable, is forfeited by the company. So it's a capital income of the company. The name of that capital income is share forfeiture account, and that gets credited to share forfeiture account. As I told to you before, the first call not received 2000 has to be credited to share first call account, because I want to cancel the debit balance of share first call account. And similarly, share final call account gets credited with 3,200 rupees that has been not received. That stands as a debit balance in share final call account. That gets cancelled on forfeiture entry. So share final call account gets credited with 3,200. So capital received credited to share forfeiture account, that is 6,000 plus 4,800. First call not received credited to share first call account 2,000. Share final call account that's credited with 3,200. The amount now not recoverable. Now against all this, which account gets debited? The capital that has been called up is cancelled. So called up capital is cancelled. Let us work out the called up capital that is cancelled. 1000 shares, 10 rupees are called up. On 600 shares also 10 rupees are called up. So this is the called up capital that is cancelled. So equity share capital account debit to share forfeiture account 10,800, to share first call account credit 2,000, to share final call account credit 3,200. This is how the forfeiture entry gets recorded. Remember, in forfeiture entry, capital called up is cancelled, so share capital account is debited. Next, capital already received is now forfeited is credited to share forfeiture account. The first call not received is to be credited to share first call account. Final call not received is to be credited to final call account. This is how the forfeiture entry is recorded here before you. Now I want to reissue these shares. These shares have been reissued at rupees 7 per share as fully paid up. Now share of 10 issued at a price of 7. 3 is a reissue discount, special discount, reissue discount other than normal or general discount. So this is a reissue discount. That reissue discount has to be paid out of forfeiture income. This is your forfeiture income. From that you have to pay the discount. How much? At the rate of rupees 3 per share. Okay, that but discount is granted for how many shares? The number of shares that has been reissued. So here all the shares are reissued at a price of 7. So 1600 into 7 is the amount recovered. 1600 into 3 is the reissue discount granted. That is to be given out of share forfeiture income. So share forfeiture account is to be debited for reissue discount. Observe it. 1600 into 7, 11,200 is the amount received on reissue. Now share of 10 issued at 7. Discount on reissue 3 rupees, 1600 shares, 4,800. This discount has to be paid out of this forfeiture income. So what's the journal entry? Bank account debit, share forfeiture account debit, 2 called up capital account credit. So bank account debit 11,200, share forfeiture account debit 4,800, to equity share capital account credit 16,000. Now how much reissue discount granted? 4,800. Out of how much forfeiture income? 6,000 plus 4,800. So from forfeiture income, this reissue discount must be deducted. Whatever the balance is left, that is transferred to capital reserve. Observe it. This is the forfeiture income. This is the discount on reissue. This is transferred to capital reserve. So equity share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account credit. Now this is how this is worked out. Transfer to capital reserve. Share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account credit 6,000. This amount of 6,000 can be explained in a different way. See, I have reissued shares. Amount received on reissue of shares is 11,200. Why I am required to reissue shares? Because I have forfeited shares. Why have I forfeited shares? Because I have not received 2,000 plus 2,000 plus 1,200. So 5,200 rupees are not received. So 5,200 rupees are not received is a cause, reason for receipt of this 11,200 rupees. I have not received 5,200. That's why I have forfeited shares. Shares forfeited are required to be reissued. On reissue, I got 11,200. So what is the reason for getting 11,200? The reason is not received 5,200. So this 11,200 minus 5,200, that difference is 6,000. That is transferred to capital reserve. This is another way to explain transfer to capital reserve. Now I have to make a total of amount of all the 11 journal entries. That total works out to be. This is the total works out to be. Now if you write all journal entries in your notebook with narration, how the answer should appear in your notebook, that I want to demonstrate, just observe. This is my table for full working. This is how all journal entries with narration will appear. And if you make a total of all entries, this is the total of all entries. This is how this sum gets solved. I think you have followed this sum. Thanks to all of you.